What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV today. So we're going to talk about VG charts and the results that's been happening lately, especially in the last week of March. Xbox has been outperforming a PS5 in North America by almost a 2-to-1 ratio, which is insane. We were told by many Sony fans that nobody wants an Xbox. If that is true, what is happening right here? Why is the Xbox Series X 150,000 in North America while the PS5 sells only 78,000 in North America? So that is pretty crazy. That is pretty insane. Sure, in other countries, we got I think this is Europe or the UK. I'm not really sure what this flag is, but it's the PS5 is barely being Xbox Series X. Japan is definitely onslaught in PS5's favor, but worldwide, it's like Xbox Series X is selling it's also on the PS5 worldwide, which is pretty insane. And sure, we have the Switch outselling them both because the Switch it's just a monster right now. But something we was told that was never supposed to happen. Nobody wants an Xbox. Who wants an Xbox? We could buy this high-end PC rig, but apparently people want Xbox, especially in North America. So many fanboys continue to hold L's. It's just insane. And I don't think a major gaming came out for Xbox either in that time period. So I don't even want to know what the numbers are gonna look like when Starfield comes out. Like the numbers are gonna look insane when the Starfield actually releases. Like this is pre-Starfield numbers. So, and it's already doing double than what the PS5 is doing. So that's kind of crazy right now. I'm pretty sure several PlayStation exclusives came out, but that still didn't change anything. It actually did better in Xbox's favor, which is kind of insane. So kind of craziness right here. Then this guy says, this will age like milk, so this dude is kind of salty about this. The week is set in stone. If the numbers are reversed, this week still happened. We were told this would never happen. That's the point. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing, because we were told that nobody wants an Xbox. Xbox sucks. Xbox only has terrible games. They have no exclusives, but somebody wants an Xbox apparently, because it's outselling PlayStation. And this is like the second or third month that the Xbox Series X has outsold the PS5. That's kind of crazy. I'm sorry, but the under 400 in Japan is ridiculous. Yeah, the Japanese market is owned by Xbox. We just gotta accept that at this point. They don't really care what Xbox is really. I guess it is what it is. They should just try to focus on North America at this point. But continuing on. 2021 ended with 10 million Xbox sold and 17 million PS5 sold. Not exactly 2-to-1, but it's not the end of the generation yet. Okay. 2021 ended with a 7 million gap, while down to a 5 million gap now in just a couple months with no games, as the stable opponents say. This is from VG. If you keep in mind that Xbox had a bad last generation, slow start this gen due to making so many blades for clouds and just having to change the narrative altogether, I'd say they are doing exceptionally well. Would they reign supreme this gen? Who knows? Next gen, yeah. They definitely do a lot better than last gen. That's obvious to see. Like this Xbox Series generation is a lot better than Xbox One generation by far. So, man, you hate to see it. Let's see. Okay, so in January we saw how the PS5 was doing better, but now in March the Xbox is doing a lot better. Yeah. Let's see. Until it's applied for it, all is consistent. It won't be a true picture of what's going to happen long term. I do expect PS5 to sell a lot more over the whole gen. However, I think Xbox Series S and X are the best selling Xbox generations ever. Another week in a row? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let's see. All those so-called bangers on PS5 and they still can't outsell the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. It actually outsold if you count the PS4. Are you really counting the PS4 stuff? Wow, that's kind of sad. They really want to include the PS4 sales and it's the kind of that's pathetic. That's just terrible. Let's see. Also, now we gotta compare Xbox to Nintendo Switch. When like Nintendo's in their own lane at the moment. Like I think most people really just care about the competition between PS5 and Xbox. To be honest, I don't think people really care about Nintendo. Because even like during the Xbox 6 generation, the PS3 generation, people didn't care about what the Nintendo Wii was doing. It's only like Xbox guys are arguing with PlayStation guys mainly. So even though, yeah, like I said before, Nintendo is just the powerhouse right now, but I don't think most people really care. Most people don't really care in the console war nonsense. So, LOL, they can't get enough consoles in stock. The shortage isn't helping, and the people that wanted PS5s can't wait. So get an Xbox Series X. LOL, pretty simple. Sony gets in a major L. Wait, what? That doesn't even make sense. So if you want to buy a PS5, you get a Series X. Or what do you say? If you wanted the PS5 but don't want the Series X, but the PS5 isn't available, people will get the Series X. What kind of mental gymnastics is that? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That is just because the Xboxes are available because they're less popular. That is such a stupid argument. Okay, because they're less popular, people are buying them because nobody wants them. It doesn't make any sense. PlayStation fanboys coming in like a tornado with the PS5 is better, no games. Here they come to any Xbox post. Yeah. Sales matter now? I thought it didn't matter, LOL. In the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter to the average consumer, but to fanboys it does, because Sony fanboys like to talk a lot of trash saying how nobody wants to buy an Xbox. When the numbers say otherwise, people do want to buy an Xbox. So, and they make these stupid narratives that it's only selling because the PS5 isn't available, so that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would you buy something you don't want just because someone else isn't available? That doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Amazing times. People argue about which corporation earns more and defend them like their family. And these corporations are essing on them and all their customers. I think the obvious lack of products makes it hard to offset anything. Never being on the shelf makes it pretty clear which one is in demand. PS5s will be selling more if there were enough to go around. These same people like the Xbox Series X doesn't sell out instantly as well too, which is pretty funny. Xbox is the new king. Long may he reign. Okay. God, grow up and stop fighting over plastic and electric parts. Nobody cares. Wait a minute, Xbox has never won a generation against PlayStation. They almost won a 360 generation. They pretty much mostly won that 360 generation. I think like the very last end of the PlayStation started outselling them more, but it's like pretty much won the 360 generation, but they just did at the very end though. So people got on Twitter and realized how dumb and stupid the Sony audience is, and they proceeded to buy an Xbox. Let's see. Let me see the other post. Xbox Series X and S outsells PS5 2-1 in North America. Yet another week Xbox outsells PS5 worldwide. You better get used to seeing this very often. Xbox is coming unstoppable. And like I said, this isn't even when Starfield comes out, so that's kind of crazy that these numbers like this. Starfield isn't even out yet, so. Those who doubted us are real quiet right now. People are voting with their wallets, and I love it. I remember saying Xbox would close the gap this gen and being laughed at and ridiculed. Who is laughing now? Let's see. Yeah, the main component to this is probably Game Pass. No doubt. That's probably what's mainly selling these consoles. So nice to see that some people are finally starting to wake up and realize PlayStation peaked last generation. And a lot of the PS5 stock, at least in North America, is probably sitting in the hands of scalpers and not the consumers. Probably no way of knowing how many sales are from people who actually bought the console for their own use. Yeah, so I'm not included right here. You get the gist of it. I was like, Xbox is definitely outselling the PS5 by 2-1 in North America, which is definitely surprising. It's actually outselling the worldwide, which is definitely a surprising thing. So considering there was like really no major games that came out for Xbox this month, so I mean Tunic was great, but it wasn't like really anything major. But Yeah, that's crazy. So definitely see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.